here in America, it's important that people know that that's where it is, but it's a Black culture. It's like, it's not a white culture. This isn't something that was like created and colonized over country to country, year to year. This is something that through organically has just become this uplifting vibe that reaches everyone, and there's no denying it. So people need to know where that comes from so they can understand it from the get, you know?
Salute to the subscribers, those that live beyond the Cypher. I am your host, Illskillz. This is Beyond the Cypher, the podcast that shows the humanity in the superhuman. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons. They cost you nothing. Today, for episode 34, Naptown Seoul, we have a Midwest representative. This individual is building his legacy not only as a member of the Crew 616 Technique, but also as one of the architects behind the 317 Street Dance Academy. So, please welcome to the show, Bboy Seoul. What up, Soul? How you doing, my man?
What's up, man? It's good to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
No doubt, man. I'm glad you can make it, man. I know you're a busy dude. I see you in the office right now. Because you have the youth league and you have the dance academy, and we're gonna talk about that in detail. But I got one question for you, man. So last night I stayed up to about 2 a.m, right? Because I'm looking to invest in other markets as far as real estate, right? And one of the markets that made my top 8 to look further into was Indianapolis, man. And I know you've been living there for a few years now. What would you say are the up and coming areas in Indianapolis? I know this has nothing to do with breaking, but this is my own.
No, that's cool, man. You know, before I moved down to Indianapolis, we used to do a few tours, my crew and I, and we would always kind of drive through Indianapolis, and we never really spent any attention to it or thought twice, especially about like actually moving there, until one of my crewmates we were driving through and he just dropped it. He's like, you know, man, I was doing some research and Indianapolis was like top 3 in lowest crime rate, lowest unemployment, and like overall happiness of people in the city. And I was like, really? Like, it's not what I would have expected, you know, but people though. And then when I came down here, everybody was like, yo, you know, they call it Naptown because everybody be sleeping on us. And I was like, yo, it's kind of true, man. The city here just kind of goes under the radar because it's like you have Chicago and then people think Chicago from the Midwest, you think Detroit, and Naptown, man, Indianapolis has got its own thing here. And so as far as like real estate and depending on what you want to do, you know, currently where I'm at, I'm in like a northeast suburb of Indianapolis. It's called Fishers. And it's like it's everybody that is moving into this area, into like the Indianapolis area. A lot of the people are coming here. So there's like it's an older city that is like turning more and more progressive, you know, it's moving its way towards really expanding its horizons and its borders to a lot of things. It just recently became a city, so it was like really small, you know. There's a bunch of cornfields and stuff like that, but now it's actually becoming something, man. So
no doubt. Now I don't want to give up all my good research game, but I do know you guys got the Indy 500. Mm-hmm. You guys get the Big Ten championship. The NFL Combine is there, so it's a lot of things. You guys have the Colts, so you know there's a lot of things going on in that town that make it an attractive place. And I was like, I gotta ask Soul. He got boots on the ground over there. Let me see what you say.
They just had we just had the March Madness.
Wake up, fellas. We finally here. Indianapolis. Now we just got to find the stadium.
Did you just say Indianapolis?
The Final Four. Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Indianapolis.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You do know we're in the Maryland, right? Indianapolis is in the Indiana.
2 different states, man.
The whole tournament was here in Indianapolis. So the NCAA, that whole organization is based here in Indy. And so, you know, with COVID and everything, they had to figure out whatever was going to be the best situation for them to still be able to run something like that. And we had the Super Bowl here back in like 2012, I think it was. And so our city is kind of built out for major sports events and like long weekends and things like that. So they were pretty, like, it was pretty easy for them to be able to move around and just make this whole month-long thing happen. So they had the entire March Madness tournament here, and it was beautiful, man, because there were so many like weekend opportunities for different artists to be involved, and like our streets were flooded with like people from everywhere again. So it was, you didn't have that like vibrancy, right, within the city, especially for so long. So to have something like that come kind of in the middle of the pandemic, you know, and then for the like the artist scene here, it was a huge boost because the money that came in for the tournament alone, it was like, I think they put out, oh, I don't want to be wrong, but it was like 6 figures worth of money out to different artists to like create entertainment in multiple venues for the entire month, man. So it was a big boost for the city here.
So you could, if you had your ducks in a row, you could have got you a nice check from the city to put on some entertainment.
Yeah, man, we did actually. We got to do a couple things. We got to do a couple weekend performances. Our got to rock, and we threw an all styles battle too. You know, so it was like the money came in for everyone, and that's kind of what it's about, is spreading it around to as many things as we can here in the scene. You know.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, thanks for that insight. But now we get into the traditional Beyond the Cypher question: how, Soul, did you get into breaking? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, bro. So I was intrigued, bro, because to me, Shaq was like a polarizing figure, but like to hear him on like an album with Fushnikins later.
For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Also, feel free to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Beyond the Cypher. Let us know how we're doing in the comment section. And to make sure you don't miss anything from the channel, smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Peace. Until the next episode.